Good morning. I am so happy today. It was only but a few hours ago that we first talked, and I said that I wanted to start a channel on love. And I'm thinking as I'm talking, as I often do. There's so many aspects of love. What kind of love am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? What about the bad stuff that happens in life? Phooey, I thought. Just concentrate on the love. So, I have good news. I don't think I went to sleep since I made that first video. I took a nap though. I took a nap. Artist painting. This is just what we do. We're either painting at decent hours or we're painting late at night and not sleeping. I think that's just what we do. Anyhow, so I woke up this morning, however, called my mom because my mom's back in college again. And hi mom, gotta do a shout out to my mom. My first degree, I started my bachelor's. A few years later, my mom's like, oh, I'm going to college too. I'm like, okay mom, that's great. My mom gets her degree before me. I'm like, mom, cut it out. Not fair. Really? Well, of course I'm proud of her because she's my mom, and how cool is that, right? So, before I finish my master's, here comes my mom again, going back to school and getting another degree. So, good job, mom. I'm proud of you. Shout out to my mom. So I called my mom today at like 6:15, 6:30. Now, me and my mom had talked earlier. She's like, oh, I'm going to wake up early at like 2 o'clock. I'm like, mom, it's 12 o'clock at night. Why would you wake up at 2 o'clock, right? Why would you wake up at 2 o'clock? So I'm just like, don't do it, mom. Don't do it. That's a bad idea. That's a horrible idea. Okay? Now, like, I know, I'm sure thousands, millions of us have had overnighters where we don't sleep and we do the sleepover and we watch movies all night and we stay up and we chat, or we're writers, so we're up and we're writing, or we're artists and we're up and we're writing, or we're just friends and we're goofing around and we're up and we're all that stuff. Playing video games, whole 9 yards. College students doing 3 days, no sleep, 4 days, no sleep, 5 days, no sleep. Army people, weeks with no sleep, who knows? But I'm like, no, mom, you shouldn't go to bed, and you should wake up at a decent hour. Why don't you wake up at like 5 or something? So I called my mom at like 6:30, and I was like, mom, when did you wake up? And she's like, oh, I've been awake long enough. And I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna push the subject. But then I'm like, okay, whatever. Mom, when did you wake up? I figure I'm gonna ask because I really want to know. So I'm like, mom, when did you wake up? And she's like, at like 5 something. And I'm like, okay, good. But she's like, no, not good. I could have been sleeping right now. Which is so funny because I'm like, mom, aren't you the same person that said she's gonna wake up at 2 o'clock? And she's like, yeah, I know, but I could have been sleeping. And I'm like, yeah, you could have been sleeping. You're right. So it's so cute. Is your mom getting up early, going to bed late, doing homework, the same thing you're doing? It's so cool. Like, I love it. It's super cool. So fortunately, I won't have those moments with my kids because I'll have my PhD probably before they're out of elementary school. So hopefully, I will not still be in school while my children are in school. I'll probably have like 10 degrees by then, and that's just ridiculous. Somebody stop me. Leave a comment once I reach like 5, because 10 is ridiculous. But for everyone who has 10 degrees, congratulations. So I'm talking to my mom, and my mom's like, oh, you're gonna help me with my homework? And I'm like, okay, mom, what are you doing, right? Okay, it's Excel. I haven't done Excel in years. The last time I took an Excel exam, By the grace of God, I got a 97. Now, mind you, I thought I failed the Excel exam. I got 100 on everything else. I got a 97 on the Excel exam. I'm actually the person, the worker, the human resource coordinator. How did I get a 97? Like, how did that happen? The whole time I'm taking the Excel exam, every single question is either, this might be it, it's probably not, I'm just gonna guess. I got a 97. That was years ago. So my mom's asking me all these questions about Excel, and I'm like, Mom, and this is funny because we both in schools was like, oh Mom, I haven't taken that class since blah 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 blah. Like, just even more funny. But I'm like, Mom, I don't remember this Excel stuff. And she's just like, well, help me anyway. No, of course. I'm painting, so I'm like trying to paint and help at the same time. Like, no, you gotta put the paintbrush down, put the thinking cap on. So she's asking me these questions, and I'm like, I don't know, Mom. Like, you're gonna spend way more time explaining it to me than it would if you would just take these, like, do the questions yourself. But I was just like, sure. She was serious about it too. She wasn't even gonna stop asking me to help anyway. So even if I said that, after saying it, it didn't matter. So she's still asking me questions, and I'm still like, I don't know that one. I don't know that either. Are you reading? And then she starts reading the textbook, and I'm like, you got the textbook next to you? Like, how do you have the textbook next to you when you're asking me questions? Nevertheless, I love my mom, right? She's cool. So I have the textbooks next to her, like telling her the answers, and I'm like, something like, Mom, did you read your homework though? Really? But I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to talk because I know how it is. I know the feeling of not doing the homework on time and not reading all the assignments. I understand. I'm a student too. I'm with you, Mom. So she's reading it, she's getting the questions, she's answering the questions, and she's asking me. I'm like, Mom, I do not know these answers. She keeps asking me, I'm like, fine, Mom, fine. I'm helping my mom, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm helping my mom. This is cheating. It's homework though, so I don't know, like, I don't know. I haven't taken a test for school in a long time, so I don't really know if helping a friend on homework is considered cheating. I don't know. See the smile? Okay. If you do the eye, like with the smile, it might mean it's cheating. I think I'd be a little bit more straight if I wasn't with the smile. Like, I don't know. So, nevertheless, she answered all the questions wrong. My apologies. She answered all the questions right. How do I know this? Because I was helping her, and come to find out, she's reading her textbook, so, I'm over here Googling stuff. I'm like, Mom, every single thing you said is right. Please get off the phone. Hang up the phone. Get off the phone. Get off the phone. And I think it was more of an exercise for me because I'm going to start tutoring. And I haven't taken all these classes. I haven't been in 7th grade and 6th grade and 9th grade in all these years. So I'm just like, I need to be patient. You should have heard me talking to my mom. I'm like, Mom, what are you saying? What are you saying, Mom? What are you trying to say? What do you mean? Like, no, it's not what the answer is. So she's just like, just looking at me like, not looking when she's over the phone, but she's just, it was funny. It was funny. At the end of the conversation, I'm like, Mom, every single time you answer, she got one, actually, out of all the questions, she had one wrong. One she didn't know, and one she got wrong. And I'm like, Mom, why am I on the phone? Like, why am I on the phone? And as soon as I asked that, the Holy Spirit was just like, I think this is for you. I think this is for you too, because number one, you're going to be a tutor, you're going to be mentoring, so you need to work on your patience a little bit more. Also known as a lot more. Much, much more. 100% more. So, working with my mom this morning, doing some homework. Quality mom, daughter, bonding. Good times. So that is my love story for today. And I guess the moral of the story is love and be patient in love. All right.